Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason. Listen, I want to try something new. Over the last 9 or 10 months, I have been doing all sorts of things, implementing things into my life that has gradually changed my life. It started when I read a book called The Compound Effect, and it really had to do with just like compound interest. When you invest money, compound interest multiplies. When you start incrementally putting little bitty things in your life over time, you will see those things compound to just be amazing changes. So I implemented a bunch of habits, changed a bunch of things, and I have seen the results of those things over the last 9 or 10 months, and I want to share those things with you. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the 10 habits that have changed my life, and I want to share them with you. And then over the next several videos, I'm going to go into each one of these habits in detail, and we'll talk about them in detail. But today, let's just list them. The first one is go to bed. Now, I know that sounds simple, and I know it sounds like, yeah, okay, we sleep every night, or we sleep, or what have you, but you need to go to bed at a specific time. Try going to bed at a specific time, and the same time, every single night. I know that this might be difficult for some folks, but if you can figure out how to make it work for you, I promise you, it'll pay dividends. Because if you go to bed at the same time, then the habit number 2 is easier, which is wake up early. Wake up before everybody else does. Unless you're working third shift and for some reason, your life is flopped around, and that's okay. But getting up before your phone starts going off, before people start moving, before the world wakes up, it just changes things. It allows you to get stuff done before anybody else gets in the way, before anybody else bugs you for your time. It allows you to do all sorts of things, and to do it with a clear mind and a clear head, and to be centered while you're doing it, to get work done and to have time for yourself. Habit number 3 is to make your bed. Now, do this first thing. Seriously. Wake up, get out of the bed, turn around, and make the bed. Before you go pee, before you do anything else, don't grab your phone, make your bed. I promise it's going to change the way you see things, because you're starting off the day with an accomplishment. And then when you come back home that night and you're getting ready to go to bed, like the bed's made and it's waiting for you to get into. I promise you, it's a deal. It's a pretty great deal. Next, have time for yourself. I get up early because I want to have time for myself. I know that I won't if I don't get up early. And so this is when I pray, this is when I read my Bible, this is when I write in my journal, this is when I meditate and I center myself and I think about the day that's ahead. Have time for yourself. Make that a habit, because sometimes we can get so tied up in like doing everything for everybody else, and I've been so guilty of doing this, doing everything for everybody else, that we just totally miss out on the opportunity to do something great for ourselves. And doing that 1 time or 2 times or 3 times, you're not going to see a huge difference. You're not going to see a huge change. But if you start doing that regularly, every single day, where you wake up and you make time for yourself, you will see a change in your mental state, your emotions, the way that you respond throughout the day. You will see a difference. Now, I just mentioned this, but the next habit is to pray. Find time to sit before the Creator, to cry out to Him, to tell Him what's on your mind and what's in your heart, and to talk to Him about the people that you love. Like, find time in the morning, preferably, like it's the best time, to pray, to spend some time with Him, to get your thoughts and your mind and everything just in line with Him before you start the day. I promise you'll see your days be different. I promise you'll see things that you hadn't seen before if you pray. And the next one is eat well. Now, I personally have tried my best to eliminate like a lot of things out of my diet. And like I said, I'm going to go into each one of these over time and talk to you about the details, and I'll be glad to talk to you about that. But if we wake up and we decide that we're going to eat well today, that we're actually going to try to burn more calories than we take in, that we're actually going to try, or maybe make it even, let's try that. Because for me personally, I was super guilty of every single day I took in more than I burned. And when you take in more than you put out, it's going to go into storage, and your house is just going to get bigger and bigger. Okay, so eat well. Eat things that are good for you. Eliminate the junk. Just do it. It'll change you. The next one is to be active. This doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym every day, and it doesn't mean you got to go ride your bike a ton or run or, whatever, do Pilates. It does mean that you just need to be active. It means taking the stairs instead of the elevator. It means not getting on the escalator or one of those moving walkways at the airport. It means that you're going to do jumping jacks at some point during the day, or maybe some sit-ups or push-ups, or you're just going to be active. The whole point is to get your heart moving, to get your blood pumping. This is good for your body. It's good for you. It's a great habit to have. Just be active. The next one is read books. Put stuff up here. When someone writes a book, it literally is like their life that they're putting into this book. And when they do that, they give it to you for like $19.95 or $25 or $9.95, or if you get the half-price books, you get a deal. Like, when you read someone else's work, you are literally gaining all of their knowledge like in an instant. It's unbelievable. Now, I know that some people don't like reading, and that's okay. Subscribe to Audible. This video is not sponsored by Audible yet, but subscribe to them. And you'll be able to listen to audiobooks because they're amazing. I listen every single week to at least an hour or two of an audiobook. And it's really cool, especially if it's done by the author. Like it's narrated by the author. It's just so cool to hear them. But anyway, read books. That's a habit that we need to implement into our lives. The next one, number 9, is to limit social media. Limit social media. If you're on every single platform in the world and you're on there all day long, your emotional state is going to be all over the place. You're going to be laughing at one time, worried the next, stressed out the next, crying the next. Like, seriously, social media is good in small bits, but if you will eliminate that from your life, if you will get some of that out of the way, then I'm telling you that it's going to change your life. You're watching this video right now on social media, whether it be YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, Twitter. You're watching this video on social media. Limit your time. If you have an iPhone, it can do it for you. If you don't, then hustle up and do it. Like, man up and do it. Limit your time on social media. The last one, simplify your life. This means looking in your closet, looking in your garage, looking in your car. Just get rid of the crap. Just get rid of stuff. Get rid of the junk. Because to be honest with you, we all have more than what we really need when the rubber meets the road. When I cleaned out my closet, and we're going to talk more about this later, but I cleaned out my closet and I had shirts from like 5 years ago that I've never been able to wear, but I bought them because they were goal shirts. They were like mediums and I was in extra larges. So simplify your life. Get rid of some of the junk. Make your space clean and just make your environment healthy. You will see a reflection of that in your life. I can promise you. So, these are the 10 habits. One more time. Go to bed. Wake up early. Okay? You're going to make your bed. You're going to have time for yourself. You're going to pray. Okay? We're going to eat well. We're going to be active. We're going to read books. We're going to limit our time on social media. And we're going to simplify our life. I'm going to be coming at you and sharing these individually over time. But I just want to throw that at you here now. Comment, share this. Let me know what you think, but also just share it because we all are in this together, to be honest with you. I started watching videos on YouTube of these guys that like started changing habits and started doing all these things, and I got super pumped and motivated to do it myself. And so I just want to share that with others. And so anyway, hey, I love you. It's good to see you. And until the next video, until next time, we'll see you.